That was 1 Corinthians and
9 and 27.
this is 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 27. But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I preach to others, I myself should be a castaway.
Look at that, man. Hey, man. Nobody can say that they are this or that, man. That's what that scripture is. Hey, man, the Most High can take you out of that position just like that, man.
Can raise up rocks.
Just like that, man. Raise up rocks.
Speaking presumption?
Hey, man.
Huh?
That's speaking presumption?
That's speaking presumptions.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, you know, we got videos out here on YouTube. We got a lot of videos on YouTube, man, where we can go in and you can see where people are speaking like that. I mean, that brother Yahawah brings it out all the time, man. That brother Yahawah bring it out all the time, man. I mean, you can see it, man. It's like, it's crazy that they can be out there pulling videos and show brothers that, and then brothers will put a thumbs down on it. But you're looking right at it. You're like, damn, why they putting the thumbs down? He's showing you a video of it. I don't know, man. I really don't know.
Hey, Yahawah said it himself. He said about 5 months ago, if when videos came up, he would have been hitting thumbs down, wouldn't even watch it.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Right.
But he knows the mentality of these guys.
That's right.
Man, bruh. Man, look. Shit, man. You gotta look at everything, man. If it's a great or small matter, you gotta go ahead and go into it, man. You cannot, if somebody coming out with something against somebody, check it out and see if it's so. Be like the Church of Berea, man. Search those things out to see if they were so.
God.
But see, man, I know it's a difference between speaking something, but man, a video, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but a video got to be worth 1 million, man. Because you're looking at live and in action, those words that are coming out of people's mouths, man.
Hey, hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil.
Hey, man. I'm totally perplexed at this thing, man. I am, man. When I see things like that, man,
It's scary, bro.
It really is. It's scary because what it shows is that the Most High has the power to do anything to anybody on this planet that He wills, man.
Yeah.
You can be in the truth and He can blind you and you will still think you in the truth.
That's right.
That's a scary thing, man.
Right.
But see, when we come in here and we showing through the scriptures, we saying, hey man, thou shalt not commit adultery. Now you really got to go in and see what adultery is. When He says, don't be a whoremonger, we got to see what that whoremonger is. A fornicator, we got to see what that is, man. You got to search that thing out, man. Then you got to look at yourself. I'm popping 5 different women, and then you saying, okay, I ain't dealing with her no more, I'm gonna go to this one.
Yeah.
I don't want to mess with her no more, I'm going to this one. Man, what kind of action is that? Show me that in the scriptures where that was endorsed.
Yeah.
To do that, man.
And these guys know that these women are dealing with other men.
They dealing, and they know they dealing with other
And we
men.
even hurt. We're not lying. We even hurt.
Yeah. And man,
Stop that right there. Go ahead, This is Colossians chapter 3, verse 6. This is talking about the things they were just speaking on. For which things sake the wrath of Yahawah cometh on the children of disobedience.
woo, man.
Hey, you can probably go up a little bit,
Yeah,
go up a little bit more.
5.
Yeah.
Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry.
It's just idolatry, man.
Go on to verse 6.
For which things sake the wrath of Yahawah cometh on the children of disobedience.
Hey man, all these examples that the Yahawashi has given us, man, this is what we're talking about, what manner of man you have to be in this day and time, man, because He's laid it out for you. Just read the scriptures. Now, it's one thing when somebody comes out and bring a precept to you and you study those precepts that person gave, but after you study those precepts, go in and read the book, man. The scriptures say, blessed is he that readeth, because when you read that thing, the Most High, that shows that when you read, that's a blessed thing, because a lot of times brothers are getting duped over things because they're not reading and they're just going over somebody else's breakdown. But then when they go through the scriptures and then they start to verify that, like we were saying before, like in Church of Berea, to see if those things are so, you got to check those things out, man. Hey man, different revelations will come to different people. Everybody in one particular group is not going to be part of the elect or be the only ones to receive revelation. Man, you got a big old world out here, and to think that, man, that's not being wise, man. Because you got go ahead.
To say let all your speech be seasoned with salt. You know, so if that means seasoned with salt, that means know what you're talking about, man, when you're bringing it out. You know what I'm saying? Have understanding what you're talking about before you bring it out. You know?
That's right.
Yeah, man. So it's crazy, man.
Yeah, you can finish up that Hebrews 3.
This is Hebrews chapter 3, verse 9. When your fathers tempted me, proved me, and saw my works 40 years, wherefore I was grieved with the generation and said, they do always err in their heart, and they have not known my ways.
Yeah, they have not known his ways. You know, so I mean that's basically what it is. The Most High is basically saying they always err. Yeah, they go actually start back up at the top of that 3 and 8. Let's start off at 3 and 8.
This is Hebrews chapter 3, verse 8. Harden not your hearts, as in the provocation in the day of temptation in the wilderness, when your fathers tempted me, proved me, and saw my works 40 years.
Yeah, they proved it in the wilderness. In the wilderness, they proved it 40 years, man. But they hardened their heart. What's going on?
As in the provocation in the day of temptation in the wilderness, when your fathers tempted me, proved me, and saw my works 40 years, wherefore I was grieved with that generation, and said, they do always err in their heart, and they have not known my ways.
Not knowing his ways. And you got, like the brother was saying, you got people that are in this thing, and they think they know the ways of the Most High, man. They think they know his ways. And it's scary, bro, because like the brother said, man, to have someone that thinks that they're in this and they're really not, and you can see it, you can see that they're seared in their minds, man, that's really scary, man. And really, that's the worst judgment, to be honest. Because you'd have been better off to just be out there really in the world and just going all out, man.
That's right.
Could have went out there, you wanted to be a rapper, you could have just went and got a wicked deal and maybe signed with Sony or, you know what I'm saying, signed with Interscope and got a record deal, man. You should have been like what's this guy's name? Future. You could have probably had your own shoes like Future got, man. Future just dropped his own shoes with Reebok. You could have been like that, man. You could have been screaming free bands. You could have been OVO like Drake. You know what I'm saying? Because really, hey, guys like Jay-Z, they're actually going to be fare out better on the other side, even though they're going to be in that shame and everlasting contempt, because at least he took the deal. He got himself with the mammon of unrighteousness, man.
That's right.
You got guys out there, you're throwing your money to these men. You should have started up your own racket instead of justifying them, because you get the same judgment.
Same judgment.
You might as well just go and start up your own racket and come up on it. You get what I'm saying? But these guys, you know, so read that again, man. Read that again, all right?
8. This is Hebrews chapter 3, verse 8. Harden not your hearts, as in the provocation in the day of temptation in the wilderness.
Yeah, that's what they're doing right now. They're actually hardening up their heart right now. See, we understand spiritually why it's going on, man. We're not bugged out, and a lot of you guys, you know it.
They know it.
Because you know we still bringing out the right scriptures. We still believe the mark of the beast is our fiducia. We still know that Esau is not going to be saved. We still know that Cornelius is an Israelite.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You know we're not bugged out, man. We still believe in the northern kingdom is the northern kingdom. Okay? Right. You guys are just mad and upset because of the fact that the Most High is hardening some of you's heart.
They bugging out, falling on their own sword.
Yeah, they cutting themselves like every day. And we know that certain brothers, some of your brothers, you'll actually see that, man. That's the reason why we don't come back and put curses on guys. We don't know who the Most High is going to wake up. That'd be wicked, man. And we're talking about even from guys that said wish death upon our families.
That's right.
Because at the end of the day, we know that some of you got brothers is gonna wake up and y'all gonna come to us and say, hey, Salaki. We know that day's coming.
Gone.
You know? So we're not tripping about it, but we know that the Most High is gonna harden a lot of your hearts. And there's a reason why. Keep going on.
When your fathers tempted me, proved me, and saw my works 40 years, wherefore I was grieved with that generation, and said, they do err in their heart, and they have not known my ways.
They don't know his ways. They don't know his ways, man. You know, they don't know his ways, man. And it's very evident when you go through the scriptures, man. Y'all, everything precept upon precept. We ain't telling you to do anything wicked. Keep going.
Wherefore I was grieved with this generation. 11. So I swear in my wrath that shall not enter into my rest.
Go that verse off the top of the verse.
11.
Yeah, 11.
So I swear in my wrath they shall not enter into my rest.
He swore in his wrath that they shall not enter into his rest. And guess what? Some of the same souls are back in the reincarnation that was in the wilderness, and he's hardened up your heart. And because he swore in his wrath that all them souls is not going to enter into his rest.
That's right.
That's a bad thing, man. He said they shall not enter into his rest. That's why it's being brought out in Hebrews. He's warning you, saying, listen, harden not your heart. Because I'm telling you that back when our fathers came out of Egypt, was going into the promised land, he destroyed a whole generation. Except for Joshua and Caleb, man.
Yep.
You guys don't read y'all's Bibles, man. Why did he do that? And he's bringing them same spirits back in the reincarnation, and he's going to do the same thing to them. You know? So
same thing again.
Yeah, is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so go to 2 Corinthians chapter 7, start at the top.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 1. Having therefore these promises, dearly beloved, let us cleanse ourselves from all filthiness of the flesh and spirit.
That's right.
Perfecting holiness in the fear of Yahawah.
Yeah, perfecting holiness in the fear of Yahawah. Brothers want to make sure that they're on point in every area of their life as much as possible, man. You got to be striving for perfection. You got to be growing. You got to be abounding. This is what we're talking about, you know? In fact, go to 2 Corinthians 1 and about 9. Yeah. You can hold that. Go to 2 Peter. 1 and about 9. Add to your faith, holiness. You know what I'm talking about? 1 and about 9.
Yeah, you're right, man. We got to be growing in this thing, man. You can't stay stagnant in this thing, man.
You can't.
You gotta keep on moving.
Yeah, you got to keep on growing. You got guys that are actually okay with arrested development. That's really what it is.
Right.
You got guys that are either doing two things. Either they're regressing, and the old man is coming back stronger and stronger, even more wicked than it was before.
Right. He take on
or they're staying at one level. They're not growing spiritually in all the different areas.
Yeah.
That's what we're supposed to do. So go ahead and go into that. All right?
This is 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 4. Whereby are given unto us exceeding great and precious promises, that by these ye might be partakers of the divine nature.
Yeah, the divine nature of who? Divine nature of Yahawah B'Shem Yahawashi.
That's right.
We should be a replication of that. Like we should be a reflection of Yahawashi, man. That should be obvious, you know?
Yeah.
Guys just don't actually, either they believe in another Mashiach that we don't know about, that was actually okay with doing all manner of wickedness, man. Because, so go ahead,
Having escaped the corruption that is in the world through lust.
Having escaped the corruption of the world through lust, but then you realize we wondering if some of these guys actually escaped. Brother, like the brother said, they got actual videos, man. And then y'all making excuses.
That's right. They done said they done spoke it out their own mouth.
Yeah.
And then want to make an excuse about it.
You wonder if they actually escaped the world, man. You escaped out of that,
Right.
Wondering about that, man. You sometimes, man, I could tell why some people look down upon us as men overall, because of the fact you got men that have actually polluted the gospel.
Right.
To the rest of the nation and to the heathen. They're wondering if we're any different than Jake that's in the street.
Yeah. Yep.
We sound like them, walk up and do the same thing they do.
Yeah. Yep.
And you got guys that know this wickedness because sometimes they won't even when you're amongst them, they won't reveal some of the wickedness that they're doing because they know that it's wrong, even
right.
amongst their own brethren. They don't, if they're so not ashamed about it, you should easily be able to announce in front of the group, hey, I'm about to go buy me a Harley. Look at this box I'm about to get. I got an appointment at 10. But your shame shows that you're not okay with it.
That's right.
You should have been out in the open, let brothers know that you was eating the weed cookies or whatever it was you was doing.
Yeah.
Right.
You should have been like, hey, you want some?
Right.
And then if you were so strong and felt so convinced about it, you should have broken down why it's okay for you to do it. To do it.
Throw it in the scripture. It got to be somewhere in the scriptures.
Teach it, man. And it says in the scriptures, prove all things.
Yeah.
But guess what? In some of these different groups, proving all things doesn't matter.
Right.
When you just stick with what they say. Stick with what the elders say. Okay. We'll see what the scriptures say, man. Go ahead, all right.
And besides this, giving all diligence, add to your faith virtue, and to virtue knowledge.
That's right.
And to knowledge temperance.
That's right. Self-temperance, self-control. Add self-control, man. Being able to overcome temptation, turn away from sin, turn away from wickedness.
Right.
So keep going on.
And to temperance, patience.
Patience is you being tried. You're going through. You're able to get through different trials and tribulations. Suffering, long suffering.
Right.
Keep going.
And to patience, godliness.
Godliness. What is the godliness? Taking upon the divine nature. Because these are the elements in growth that Peter was talking about. This is the head apostle. He had the Yahawashi told him, I'm going to give you the keys of the kingdom.
That's right.
Because see, you got to understand is that when you go through these letters, Peter only gave 2 letters, but they were heavy. And then you factor in who he was in the reincarnation, if you know about which we're not going to go into that, but if you read one of his books in the Old Testament, you'll know that he didn't have to say too much. Right. You get what I'm saying? Because that one is heavier than probably all the epistles. Keep going on.
And to godliness, brotherly kindness.
And to godliness, brotherly kindness. So now you're going to have a proper understanding of how to treat your brother.